Hey guys, what's up? I am coming on here to discuss this book with you by Sarah Jio. It's called Always. I read this book and I had some mixed feelings about it. But after I moved away from the book a little bit, I was like, I was being kind of harsh. It was a good book. Just because my own life circumstances upset me doesn't mean that I should give this book a bad review. So I'm not going to. I would say this is probably a 4. I would give this a 4, which is a pretty big deal, seeing that when I finished with it I was so frustrated. But anyway, okay, so I've got my notes. I've been doing really good. I've been keeping notes. So we have a good list of characters that I was kind of keeping track of. Kaylee and Ryan are engaged to be married, and they end up at this restaurant. Starts out at the beginning of the book, and when they're leaving the restaurant, she's taking some of her leftovers with her, and she sees a homeless guy, and she gives the food to the homeless guy. And when she looks at his eyes, something about she realizes that she just saw the love of her life in front of her eyes. Somebody that she had been in a relationship with before, and that she really loved and cared about, and he just disappeared one day and nobody knew what happened to him. So she kind of goes on this quest to find out what happened to him and kind of help him to get himself back on his feet. And her fiance, of course, is kind of in the mix of all this, and they've got their situation with the wedding, and she doesn't seem to be too engrossed in that because she's living in the past and he's kind of looking towards the future. So there's definitely some conflict there. But ultimately, I thought it was a really good book, and I did like the way the way that the book goes is in one chapter you're in 1996, and then the next chapter you're in 2008, and each chapter goes like that. So you're in the past, and then you're in the present, past, present, past, present. It's a lot of jumping around, but it's done in a way that it doesn't frustrate you or make you get lost. So just want to put that out there. There were some cute parts in here. I definitely did do some highlighting. There were some parts that I really loved in here. I did write up a few little things. It says, there was a part in here about payphones, and I was like, payphones. I remember those. So that's kind of what was going on with that. Let me see if there's any other notes. So the homeless guy, her ex-boyfriend, his name is Cade, and they had like the way that they all met and what their lives were like back in the day. And I didn't make a note on page 58 that I believe James had something to do with Cade missing. So that was a point that I noticed. Also, on page 107, I said, did James try to kill Cade by hitting him upside the head, but somehow Cade managed to survive? So that was another one of my like little thoughts. And if you've read the book, then you know the answer to that. If you didn't read the book, then you know, I'm not hopefully spoiling anything for you. Some of my notes, I did want to say that it's very easy to follow, which I've already discussed with you guys. This is a random note. So this is what I'm gonna say right here, is that the book moved along nicely and it was easy to follow. Now, I'm gonna start to get into some spoiler points here, and I'm gonna do the rundown of the chapters the way that I like to do it. So at this point, spoiler alert, we don't want you here, go away. Boom, 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 go away. Unless you don't care about being spoiled, then stick around. Okay. How do you have friends that would let you destroy your engagement to a good man by chasing after a fucking loser? I had some very harsh feelings towards Cade. Why throw away a good life for somebody who was like so terrible to you? Girl, what's the deal? Now, we're gonna jump into the chapters. There were, how many chapters were in this book? 30. There were 30 chapters, so let me run down this like I like to do. Chapters. Chapter 1. gives her ex who is homeless her leftover food. Chapter 2, feet will make you come closer and fall in love. I don't even remember what that was about. Okay. Chapter 3, searching for answers in the past. Chapter 4, friendship, new love interest, and hashtag Team Taurus. What? Okay. Number 5, and it's Cade and nothing else matters. Number 6, sleeping on someone is true trust. Okay. Number 7, chapter 7, it gets deep. Bad friendships, love, and saved lives. Chapter 8, opening up about childhood hopes, dreams, and all that stuff. Chapter 9, lunch at a nice place with a homeless guy, and aw, I'm getting chills, what happened? Chapter 10, fall off a rock and then make love. Chapter 11, a trip to the ER and still not sure what's going on. Chapter 12, work drama. It does not look like everything is so peachy at the office. Chapter 13, Ryan is a good man, but is he the right man? Chapter 14, taking a trip to a place where her parents met. Chapter 15, Kaylee is taking Cade home, not sure how her fiance is going to feel about this whole thing. Chapter 16, meeting Kaylee's family and getting matching tattoos. Chapter 17, keeping secrets, and I don't think this will end well. Chapter 18, for such a great relationship, it seems like they had an awful lot of issues. What? Chapter 19, the cookie crumbles. Cade moves into the program and Ryan is giving Kaylee another chance. She needs to get her life together. Chapter 20, major trouble in paradise and a lot of secrets kept. Chapter 21, Cade sees James but no reaction from Cade. Still lots of unanswered questions. Chapter 22, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It appears that someone has amnesia and I don't think it's Cade. 23, foolish girl, very foolish. You don't walk away from a good man. Chapter 24, a miscarriage. Chapter 25, confused and wanting to go back to a relationship that you were only in for 2 years and it sucked ass. I'm so annoyed with this book at this point. Chapter 26, buying a Christmas tree and enjoying family time with her ex. Chapter 27, Kaylee is playing with people's hearts and she's getting on my nerves and I want to shake her and say, what the hell is wrong with you? Chapter 28, James tells his side of the story. Ryan called off the engagement. Chapter 29, James and Cade make up and everything is explained. Now, Kaylee is back with her ex. Chapter 30, happily ever after. That's it. So, that is this book in a nutshell. I did give it 4 stars because after I settled down and calmed down for my own personal shit, I said, you know, it was a pretty good book, so I would suggest reading it. If you have read it, what did you think about it? Do tell me, because I would love to know if I'm the only one that wanted to shake the shit out of her. But, you know, all ends well. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next book review. Don't forget, check out my daily vlogs and all that good stuff. I've got all kinds of fun things coming this year. See you later.